All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. You guys are looking at the title. We're talking everything Solana. See what is happening with the price of Solana and of course what is yet to come. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If we're looking at the overall markets, we're seeing a little bit of both, a little bit of red across the board and a little bit of green across the board. But as far as Solana is concerned, it's down about 1.9% on the daily time frame, with the price currently sitting at $95.41. So now if we're comparing it to yesterday, not much has changed in terms of its price. The overall market cap is currently sitting above $41 billion, and this $41 billion mark is such a key level for the price of Solana, and the market valuation continuously is holding above this $41 billion mark, which is really nice to see. Of course, in the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting above $1.6 billion, and this is something I want to talk about. When was the last time you remember the overall trading volume for Solana below $1 billion? It seems like forever at this point, right? And again, this is one of the indicators that we need to be focusing on a day-to-day basis. As you know, we've been doing daily updates on Solana, and what I've just said is what I've noticed is the trading volume over the past 24 hours for Solana, day in, day out, for as long as I can remember now, is been above that $1 billion mark, and that shows this overall, interest in Solana is not slowing down at all. So let's take it a step further, but you guys know the good old disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So, we're going to start off with Bitcoin, of course, briefly take a look at Bitcoin. And, I'm sure my viewers understand the importance of Bitcoin because, I'm not just showing you guys Bitcoin for myself and just take a look at the correlation side of things. I want you guys to start making this a habit. When you're looking at the charts, when you're looking at a coin, don't only just want to be looking at the coin itself and just forget about that. You always want to look at other key metrics because that gives you an indication what we could be expecting as far as the price goes. If we're looking at Bitcoin is the key index that we need to be keeping in mind every single time. Because let me give you an example, just a brief example. If you're looking at ENS or Tau, you're just looking at these projects, but you're just forgetting about Bitcoin. These projects could be pumping off of good news, which ENS is due to some really great news that has come out, and if you watch my update, what is happening. But what you're seeing is people will need to be paying attention to Bitcoin, because what if Bitcoin is going down and certain coin is just pumping off of good news? What do you think is going to happen if Bitcoin does not move? It's going to see the price correct. People understand, especially sophisticated investors, that certain coins that pump up while Bitcoin is not doing well, will correct sooner rather than later. And these exact same people tend to lock in profits around these times. But it's not that Bitcoin is not doing good. Bitcoin is holding quite well. We've seen a beautiful bounce, of course, after we did close out the CME gap at $39,000. But we are facing key resistance at the 38-point Fibonacci retracement level, which of course you guys know at this point, because I've pretty much been talking about this for as long as I can remember, literally since we broke below it. And you can pretty much see we are having a hard time actually getting back into it, but I do think that time will come. As far as Bitcoin dominance goes, Bitcoin dominance is picking, a little bit of a retracement, which is nice to see. But, overall, things are looking not bad. But we're going to talk about what exactly is happening for the ecosystem itself. So you can see this for yourself. 60,000 pre-orders for Chapter 2 Solana Mobile. Oh, yeah, 60,000. And guess what? Your boy was able to get his hands on one of them. I don't know when it's going to come. Of course, they're projecting it sometime early next year, but I did get myself one because, of course, I missed out on the original one. Just want to have it and see how that is. So 60,000, pre-orders have come in, and again, not a surprise to any one of us. And regarding Jupiter, 69.27% of the wallets have claimed their Jupiter airdrop so far. So 692,000 Jupe claimed out of 1 million. So you're seeing this number growing day by day. And this is one thing that I'm keeping a very, very close eye on. If you watch my Jupiter updates, you guys know exactly how I am overall looking at this opportunity and where I see Jupiter going. So that's that. And of course, speaking about Jupiter, you could see its flipped stablecoin USDT in 24-hour on-chain trading volume again. Not a surprise at this point for anyone. And this is what I want you guys to be focusing on. Solana continues to dominate every other chain combined in daily transactions. You guys can look at it where you can see the comparison. You're seeing Base, you're seeing Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Tron. You see what's killing it, and that is Solana. And of course, the craziest thing that I want you guys to be looking at is Phantom just flipped Coinbase for daily App Store downloads. Ooh, if I told this to anyone a few months back, people were laughing. And only a certain amount of people that were actually paying attention around that time that actually understood the long-term perspective and the potential are the ones that are actually smiling right now. And that time, the level of interest in terms of Solana was at its all-time low. But right now, it's literally at its all-time high, and that is what is really, really exciting. And as far as DeFi goes, $1.66 billion, been pretty much on the upwards trajectory since Q4 of last year. So, that should not be a surprise to any one of us right now. But let's take a look at the price of Solana. Let me give it a refresh live. We will go to the Sol charts. There we are. So as mentioned to you guys earlier in the update, we're not seeing much happening with the price of Solana right now, which is a great thing. Honestly, that's a great thing. What you're seeing is this key level of support. You see this wick right here? That exact same key level is playing as a level of support for Solana right now. You can pretty much see this for yourself. 2 days in a row, we have been supported by that range. This is really nice to see, of course. But what happens if we lose that? Those questions always need to be asked. And, if you're asking that question in your head, don't be, sad at yourself or give yourself a hard time. That's a good question to ask. You never always want to be thinking about only upset because, we always want to be realistic. And right now, if the support were to be lost, we could be seeing potential retest at $85 once again, which is a significant pullback. It's not a small pullback, but we do have significant amount of support before then. But, that could be a possibility if Bitcoin is not able to hold around here and retest $39,000, which again, the possibility always remains because Bitcoin is not able to close in the 38.2 right now. If it's able to close in there and actually trade above this range for 2 to 3 days, then we can start having a different conversation. But right now, conversations regarding a lower price for BTC can still be happening, and it's not, out of the ordinary conversation to be having. So that is how I'm taking a look at Sol. But you guys know my overall perspective in terms of its long-term projection and this year projection itself. If you're looking at Solana from the current price levels towards its all-time high, we're only 172% away. And once we push into the 0.50, let the fireworks begin. And right now, you're starting to see slowly, not a lot of people showing interest once again as far as the native token goes, but as far as farming goes, it's overall DeFi, it's literally at its all-time high. I've shared some things with you guys right now, but native token itself is not showing as much interest right now compared to what we were seeing earlier this year. But once we start pushing into the 61.8, watch, all of a sudden everyone's gonna be mega Solana maxi, and that is what's funny to me. But we will see what happens. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys for showing so much support. I love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.